This is going to be a secret reading for Taurus. What we see from the cards is someone who's not being upfront with something, someone who's trying to hide something from you, but at the same time, they're very conflicted about it because their feelings for you are getting stronger and stronger every day. With the first card at the top of this reading, we can immediately see that this person is trying to hide something behind their back. And this could be something small, or from what I see from the cards, it's definitely something that relates to you, something that potentially could give you a lot of power into this connection. This could change the dynamic of your relationship, whether you are together already or not, and they're really trying to not make that happen. There is a lot of work that goes into the Seven of Swords, many attempts in trying to hide something that it's becoming more clear every day. Maybe it relates to how they feel towards you, or maybe it's about a mistake or something that they have done in the past that they always said that it was your fault, or maybe it's about a relationship that it's getting stronger and stronger every day, but in a way they don't want you to see them too dependent on this connection. There is something right here that they're trying to completely hide from you, and mainly because they are way too proud. Four of Pentacles is showing us someone who is definitely proud, someone who is definitely already used to do things in a certain way. And that way of doing things over and over again, it is bringing them to some sort of stability. And so they base their happiness and their freedom as well on that pattern. And going back to them being very proud, it's definitely making understand that whatever it is right here that they're not telling you yet, it's definitely something that impacts their pride. Maybe they are in need of help. They need you for something, and they keep dancing around the subject without ever telling you what is really going on. But also, what I'm getting from this reading in general, especially consider the next few cards, is that this person has a very big interest towards you. They really have a lot of feelings for you, but for some reason they do not want to admit it. There is an element in between these two that it's blocking this energy to come up on the surface and flow towards you. And so right here, we see them surrounding themselves with other elements, maybe people, situations, and options that might make them seem as someone who has it all. The Seven of Cups here, it's definitely showing us a person who is strategically placing every element around them to make them seem bigger than what they are, to make them seem as though they have so much and they don't need anyone else or anything else. But the Seven Cups usually talk about illusions, usually talk about elements that are not real and they're not there to last forever. And so again, this to me is just a facade that they are using, a mask that they're putting on in order to keep hiding whatever this element right here is because of how proud they are. But also right here, they see that you might have these options as well. I sense that you might be growing frustrated more and more because overall the situation doesn't seem to really have any kind of progress. And so although you might feel this connection too, and you might have some interest for them as well, you don't want to just wait there forever because you don't know if this is really going to happen or not. You don't know if they will ever come forward and completely approach the situation with honesty and with an open heart. And so also you have things around you that potentially might take you away from this other person. And with this card, the Nine of Swords, we can see that the possibility of them losing you over other options, other people, or over the time that they're taking for themselves by being so proud, it's really not making them sleep at night. This Nine of Swords is showing us how much stress they're building up inside of themselves because of this current situation. We see far in the background some light, which is a sign that the sun is coming back up. There is a possibility for the situation to get fixed. They have the potential inside of themselves in order to do things right, but they're still far away from the light. And right now, all they can focus on is the heavy weight of each one of that swords. And so they are really fearful. They are thinking that they are completely ruining the whole situation. But at the same time, their pride and their belief system, it's really preventing them to do anything useful to move on from the situation. And so right here, we see that soon things might become a little bit more clear for the both of you. The Empress is showing us that eventually a time is coming where things might start happening, things might start growing again. The Empress comes after the winter, springtime, which is telling us that you're coming from a place where things were stale, and we've seen it here, but also now finally things are changing. But we still have some issues going on. We have, again, their personality and their energy that is trying to act in a way that it's showing to the world and to you that they have it all. They don't need anyone else. They can provide for themselves. And again, that pride is coming up here. But underneath the surface, underneath this card, we see how strong the connection that they have with you really is. The Lovers is showing us someone who feels 100% dependent on the other half, because the way the other person, or better you feel, determines how they feel. There is a bond that is so strong that they don't know how to even silence or not focus on too much, because it's there constantly, and they know that they belong to this relationship, a connection, but there is something right here that it's blocking this lover's energy. And until this issue gets addressed, unfortunately, there won't be any progress here. And to know if at the end of the month we will have more messages around the situation, make sure to comment down below with #-follow-up. And if you want to see what the immediate energies after this reading are going to be, make sure to check out the extended reading linked below.